Right. So let's understand how Jmeter works. So we will be designing our test case initially in the Jmeter tool with the help of Jmeter UI components and as well as a scripting language if necessary, right? So we will be using all the features of the tool and will design a robust test case, and then we will actually create some virtual users and we will pass this our design test case to those, and all these virtual users will together put a load on the application. It's a simple and straightforward. Fine. So here challenge lies in designing test case but not putting a load. Okay, there are just few parameters you need to mention to actually simulate real users with the help of tool. So I'll be just taking one or two lectures to explain you how to put a load, but the main challenge lies in designing a test case. There might be a multiple scenarios you need to handle, okay, to make the script work. There might be a dynamic values in the application, and the way you write the script actually is the tricky part. So Jmeter has come up with a lot of features in designing a test case with the loops and controllers, assertions. Those are kind of building blocks of Jmeter. So about them you will be understanding in my coming lectures. Okay, so with all the components, with the help of all these, we will design a test case and then we will apply load and see how the application is behaving. Okay, so when the load is actually applied on the application, we will be using listeners to actually track the performance. Okay, there is a component called listeners in Jmeter with which you can analyze the performance when these users are applying load on the website. Fine, basically an application, whatever it is. Fine. So our training starts in designing a test case and then putting a load and finally analyzing the performance metrics when the load is actually happening on the application, right? So let's see all these three parallelly. It's not like I'll just take first designing test case, thereafter load, thereafter listeners. Let's go together parallelly and start step by step in designing a test case, right? Yeah, so that's it about the architecture, and it's a simple and straightforward. It's by looking at the diagram you will understand how it's working at the back end. So as I said, tricky part lies in designing a test case. Okay, so how effective you design test case is really matters in actually getting the exact performance metrics. Fine. So let's see, let's start with designing our test case and let's bring down all the concepts which Jmeter provides us for writing a proper test case. Fine. So yeah, let's start with Jmeter installation in my next lecture and then we will proceed our actual course. Fine. Thank you and all the best.